where you are at in the world, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Chrome. My name is Melody. Hmm. Uh, I don't even know what I was going to say. I kind of got distracted. So, Earth signs, this is for you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be distracted this week. This is the weekly energy. So welcome to this channel, everybody. My name is Melody. When you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie, either by hitting a double tapping the thumbs up or just simply hitting it once. It does not matter. Um, Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general message resonates with you. Tell me a little bit about your story. And Earth signs, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you don't miss when I go live or when I post videos. All of that helps out this channel, and I am very grateful for all of your love and support. All right, so we're going to call in some sweet spirits. I needed to take a minute break, go eat me some fruit. I kind of been just eating some fruit these past couple of days, which is very good for you, by the way. If your body can handle it, I'll recommend doing it. Somebody needed to hear that. All right. So this is for this week of August 2nd through August 8th. All right. So before we get started in the reading, we got some retrogrades that we're going to discuss here. I seen 144, so you could be getting called to do something on your journey. All right. So Earth signs, let's get started. So on May 6th, Pluto went retrograde in Aquarius and will be retrograde until October 16th. So Pluto rules the underworld, elimination, corruption, change. It also, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Scorpio is death, rebirth. It talks about human reproduction or just a reproduction, or creative reproduction. You can take it which we want to take it. It also talks about our unconscious, our buried emotions. It encourages us to overcome obstacles. It tends to make people sly, critical, secretive, and cruel. This is the energy of either a hidden, a true friend or a deadly warrior. All right. So Pluto retrograde in Aquarius forces us to go on a personal level and do our shadow work by facing them skeletons, facing them wounds, facing any darkness that we may be afraid to address. It talks about the power dynamics in friendships. The core theme of Pluto being retrograde in Aquarius talks about internal reflection, going inward to reevaluate major life changes. When it comes to your personal evolution here, Earth signs, it talks about social networks and friendships, hidden power struggles, control issues with jealousy within groups and close connections. It talks about the collective versus the individual, breaking free from unhealthy people pleasing. The key areas of growth are mending fences, handling past rational mistakes, and taking accountability with honest communication. It talks about releasing control. Um, Stop clinging to rigid ideas about the future. In other words, we're all creating our future. Not everybody's future is the same. So it talks about stopping the division of the he said, she said, I'm right, right? That talks about the duality that we have in the collective right now, where, you got a lot of people disagreeing with each other because they really don't want to be adults and say, okay, I agree to disagree. I still like you. Instead, they like to cause division with he said, she said. All right. So, Pluto retrograde. The next retrograde we're going to talk about is Neptune, which is retrograde in Aries, that went retrograde on July 7th and will be retrograde until December 12th. All right. So Neptune rules are the cloudiness, the fantasy world, illusions. It could talk about your spiritual gifts, your intuition, your psychic abilities, your arts such as poetry, dancing, music, paintings, whatever you're creating, all right? It encourages idealism. It encourages you to open up your imagination. It can have a tendency to make you sensitive if you're not already sensitive. It also talks about carelessness, indecision, deceit, hidden enemies. That goes back to the Scorpio, the deadly warrior kind. All right. So Neptune retrograde in Aries, the core themes of Neptune retrograde in Aries talks about the breaking of the rose-colored glasses. In other words, the emotional illusion that you're seeing through the tunnel vision is collapsing. Distinguishing between real goals and ego-based fantasy world goals. Slow down. You're being asked to slow down, look inside, and question the motivation to the next step. It also talks about dropping the fake persona. Imposter syndrome is what comes to mind. The forced mindset and identity review. So you're being asked to focus on ditch wishful thinking. Evaluate what works and what does not work. Shed burnout habits, such as the drive to prove your worth. That goes back to that people pleasing. Inner healing, journaling, quiet time, and to untangle your emotional patterns from your true desires. All right. So that's about Neptune. So the next retrograde we're going to talk about is Saturn. Saturn is retrograde in Aries. So we got Big Daddy Saturn stepping up in the house here, talking about your stability, the restriction, limitation, control, perseverance, the tenacity, being more practical, like cautious, somebody who could be selfish, narrow-minded, and even cruel. All right. Saturn rules karma. Saturn rules divine timing. Saturn rules structure. Saturn rules discipline. All right. So Saturn is retrograde in Aries. It went retrograde from July 26th. It will be retrograde until December 10th. So the core themes is taking accountability, discipline, personal leadership, blaming others or owning your current situation, having patience, setting healthy boundaries, managing personal authority, evaluating self-leadership, correcting impulsive rush steps or shortcuts, what to expect over the next 5 months, unfinished business, poor habits tied to the ego, encountering roadblocks that force step, rethinking timelines, building stable structures, quiet inner strength, authenticity, self-trust rather than external validation. Okay, so the last retrograde we're going to talk about earth signs is Chiron. Chiron goes retrograde in 0 degrees of Taurus. Chiron is the wounded healer. So retrograde until January 6, 2027, which will end in Aries. So the core themes of Chiron, retrograde in Taurus at 0 degrees, talks about the relationship of worth, your material security, and your physical comfort. So your self-worth versus versus net worth. Examining your tie to personal value directly to bank accounts, jobs, and material possessions. Your scarcity mindset or your fear of lack, your fears of instability, deep-seated survival anxieties, healing, caring for your physical health, comfort, feeling safe and relaxed in your own skin. So that's a little bit about the retrogrades that is happening. I feel like that is very important because we're in that time frame where all these retrogrades are leading up to the eclipse portal, the new moon solar eclipse in Leo. The sun and the moon are both going to be in Leo in a solar eclipse. And then the next eclipse will be a lunar eclipse that is Pisces. Neptune, Pisces rules Neptune. Okay. So that lunar eclipse in Pisces is going to be very significant. And I think the moon may be in, or the not the moon, but the sun may be in Virgo by then. Let me see that. See when we have the yes, the sun will be in Virgo. All right, so do my little cheat sheets back over here. All right, so let's get started, Earth signs. Clear out the orbs. Get out of here. I was outside, so see, look, did you see it? So let's start off with a higher self message for the element of Earth, Taurus, regular Capricorn. So we have a new day. Let go of what was in order to make room to come. It may be time to release a relationship that has run its course, a job that has lost its luster, or a depleting commitment. The past is over. What is done is done. Acknowledge the feelings, learn from the experience, and give yourself permission to release any negative emotions or guilt. When one area of your life falls apart, new opportunities fall into place. So this talks about, the sheep talks about a follower, following other people's ideas of the future, right? Of how your future should manifest. So that could be significant to the element of Earth. So your higher self is telling you to trust your intuition. You could be seeing butterflies. It's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside instead. What did I say about the retrogrades? You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation, walk in the woods. Ask yourself what you need and listen. Tune in to your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. If you have the answer and it's safe to trust yourself, everything you need is already inside you. That's the back of your card. So your higher self is telling you to trust your intuition. You already know the answer that you seek. Trust your gut on it, okay? So let's go ahead and see where you're at on your journey this week. Where is the element of Earth at on their journey this week? Can I have one card, please, and thank you. Look, see those cards sticking out. Wizard of Awareness. Magical Shapeshifter. You could see that this person is wearing a mask, but they got I don't know why, but it's like I'm seeing a 7 of Cups here. I don't know why. See, there's a compass, a Pegasus. I don't know what all these other little things are, but there's a pipe, or no, that's not a pipe. I don't know what that is. A wand, maybe? So, magical shapeshifter and wizard of awareness. So, you need to trust your intuition. Okay, so we have 523, which is a 7 and 3, which is a 10. I feel like for some of you, not all of you, but there could be some sort of magic at play here. You can see that this person looks like he's like a very, I'm getting hermit. That's what I'm thinking of, hermit. This is somebody who's a very wise old soul, somebody who's a hermit. You can see that he has a beard, so he can be connected definitely to the Most High. That's why you're being asked to trust your intuition on your journey. You're taking the path least traveled. There could be some sort of an activation coming through here. The power of 3 could be significant. See, he's holding a staff. To me, this is the wizard card, or the, not wizard card, the hermit card. So he's a very wise old soul. Somebody who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge within thyself. All right. So beautiful energy here, Earth signs. So let's go ahead and read this card. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Yes, your soul knows best. Trust your intuition. Be still and observe. So something about October, maybe October, something about August 3rd is significant. That's the Chiron in Taurus, the element of earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, something about that is significant. Oh, wrong card. All right, so mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new powerful perspective and neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adapt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting. Map shifter. Shifting. Say something can be shifting in your destiny, the map, your soul's journey. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influences from you. So instead of trying to influence something, you need to trust your gut. Something could be coming in threes. You can see that there is 3 limbs on this side. See how the vision, right? So you need to embrace your sensitivity, because whoever I'm talking to, remember Neptune, you embrace your sensitivity. Be gentle with yourself and choose love, right? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and move into what are the crows warning the element of earth about this week? What are the crows warning the element of earth about this week? Can I have one card, please, and thank you? What are the crows warning the element of earth about this week? Okay. Somebody, I feel like all is well. Nobody can dominate you no more. Nobody has power over your thoughts, over your gut, over like it's like you're done allowing people to dominate you. Nobody can nitpick at you. Nobody can dominate your energy. Nobody can dominate your thoughts. Nobody can dominate your power. I usually don't read these reversed. Whatever this misplaced anger was, I feel like it's done. You're not allowing anger to dominate you anymore. You may have had somebody around you who is scavenging for the littlest piece of information to try to trigger you, right? So that is what I feel. I usually don't read these cards reversed, but for some reason, they're all mixed up today. Oh, there's a lot of crows. I feel like there's 2 different messages coming in here. For some earth signs, every rock that was thrown at you, you used to build something. You use these rocks that were thrown at you to build yourself up to reach a particular goal, up to find that state of balance. Anything that was thrown at you, you remained balanced on that wire. You didn't allow it to knock you off. Instead, you collected them and built yourself up. Yeah, you seen something. Talk about Neptune. There it is. This is like the Hanged Man. Hanged Man rules Neptune. You've seen something from a different perspective. And it's like you waited the time out when it comes to some sort of a delay or a hindrance on your journey. You've seen something from a higher perspective, about these stones being thrown at you. Oh my goodness. All right, so we do have ghosts of the past wanting to overstep your boundaries for some of you here. So I feel like this is two different messages. For some of you, it could be in the past, you allowed these shadows to overstep you, like over dominate you. And that's why you got the hangman here, because you've seen that, you recognize that. You've seen what was hindering you, what was delaying you. And you didn't allow it to throw you off, but what you did was you addressed it. You addressed them shadows with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And you realize that all the stones that your social circle threw at you, you used them. You've seen it from a different perspective, and you used them as a stepping stone to achieve this goal. To achieve this goal of trusting your intuition, using the wisdom and the insight that you gain from it. So this card talks about the ghosts of the past coming, but not letting them stay. And somebody stepping on somebody's toes, being territorial. So there could have been somebody from the past who was very territorial. Now it's like you're letting them go, and they're just a ghost of the past for somebody out there, all right? So we're just going to put these cards over here. So that we can get started with your weekly reading. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Alrighty, so this is this past week and how it's influencing this coming week. Oh, look, we got a man. Woohoo. So about the ghosts of the past. Somebody that you truly cared about, somebody that you were intimate with. Somebody who was a haughty. All right, on the bottom of the deck. So the sun is illuminating some sort of a message coming in from this ghost of the past. When it comes to divine timing, this relationship went deep. You know, at the wishing well, wishing wells are very deep. This is somebody who had a sense of loyalty. I don't know why, but I'm getting this energy of this could be something from the past, a pattern that somebody has here. Okay, we're just going to put these to the side. Let's get into the next card. This is the past and how it's influencing the present week. You really, if somebody is coming your way, wanting to offer you love, you're being asked to trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, then reject it. Okay? Because this person could just be coming in to block you from something. Stepping on your toes. Yeah, spirit of the dummy, weak, following, and clueless. So this person's going to play on your weaknesses because they think you're stupid. They think you're dumb. Yeah, karma, justice, and balance. Yeah, so somebody, this could be a karmic partner who just wants to cause stagnancy. This could be somebody who's like a fly on a wall, right? Somebody could be a monitor spirit too, watching what you're creating. Let's pull another card for the past influence. Yeah, look, a key. So the key is to trust your intuition with this. This person could literally be doing magic on you, but that doesn't mean that's not for everybody. But the key is this person's going to try to play on your weakness. Just to block you. Look, balance. We did have balance, right? Balance. Yeah, close with no way to open it, right? Something about the key in the door. a little space to create, free to be me. So something about your dreams. You could be creating your dreams. You could be seeing it in your dreams. Uh, all right, the past and how it's influencing this week. The moon. So the moon in Aquarius was very significant last week. You definitely seen this person in your dreams. Seen them in your dreams. Something was revealed to you in your dreams. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Your intuition is guiding you. So again, this could be somebody from your past. Only take the messages as they resonate, or signs, please. This person may be overstepping their boundaries because they think that you're weak-willed. They think you're weak-minded. This is somebody in your social circle because we had the moon in Aquarius. Aquarius rules our social life, our groups, our friendships, our social circle. And Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, that dark night of the soul. Social life, friends, goals, group, society, wishes, and games. That's what Aquarius rules. And Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius. So what else went retrograde that week was Saturn. Saturn went retrograde. 3 days before the moon was full in Aquarius. This definitely could be somebody from your past. This person's being very nostalgic about when you guys were out being social. Okay, 369 could be significant. 3, 6, and the 18 is a 9. So the key is unlocking something for you. This person could be under karma. This person could have harshly judged you. This is definitely a karmic partner who judged you. Somebody from your past, from when you were somebody that maybe you were social with, that you went out with social with, went out and had a couple of drinks. Yeah, this is somebody who thinks that you have a lack mentality. They think you're weak, right? But I feel like here you are, our sons, you believed in yourself, right? Remember, 0 degrees Taurus in Chiron retrograde. So what happened is you believed yourself. You trusted your intuition about the situation. And you moved, right? You set your sights high and you moved on. So this is definitely a karmic situation. It's like they wanted you under this illusion. They wanted you under this illusion that, oh, I love you. We're meant to be, or something along them lines. But this is somebody who is, like I said, very jealous, very territorial, somebody who likes to step on your toes because they think they can, right? So that is what I see, how this past week is influencing this week. I feel like the moon, the illusion is cracking. You're learning to trust your intuition. You have faced that shadow of darkness where, you're no longer weak in that area of your life. Look, a dog. I didn't even ask a question and a dog popped out. So this person could have treated you like a dog. Look, another 9, 18. See how he's holding that leash? Right? This person thought that they were the leader, right? I didn't even ask a question. That card popped out. So the present situation, yeah. So this person could be coming to your house. Home is where the heart is. So we could be talking about somebody in your the 4th house, which rules Cancer, home, family. The King of Cups, King of Hearts, yeah. this person knew your weaknesses and played on them. They thought you were going to be clueless. Yeah, see the tower, something about the structure crumbling. Timing. It's time for the structure to crumble. It's time to go in within trusty insights, because there's something deeper than what this person is showing you at face value. The sun is illuminating some sort of deep emotions when it comes to this message, or it could be about a piece of mail. All right, you just take it where it resonates there. So the present situation with the house and the King of Cups. I don't know. I feel like the door is closed. See how the door is closed, right? But the gate is open, but the door isn't. So you definitely have mermaid here. Beauty, untamed, free, disturbing. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of them, but we do have a sneaky snake coming through here who is very melancholy because they know that you're aware on an intuitive level that this person could be under the influence, but 444, you're protected. You're being asked to stay determined because what you're creating is very blessed. Yeah, there may have been a lot of pressure on you, but you're this beautiful diamond. And this person may be asking for a bit of hospitality, maybe coming in and saying, "Oh, I don't have no place to sleep. Can I stay on your couch?" Be aware of that. So, another bunch of cards popped out. I don't want all these cards. Can I have one? Yeah, hardships. So thorns. This is somebody who has given you a hard time. This is somebody who is like a thorn in your side. Yeah, this is somebody who's a rival. Somebody gossiping, somebody who's a rival. We do have Christ. So that's on Christ's head. Maybe you need to look that up. This person may want to reconcile and say, "Oh, I love you. Will you please forgive me?" Like I said, playing on your weaknesses. For some of you, you're very intuitive, but in all actuality, they're a rival. And they're the ones who's been gossip about you and, um, maybe doing necromancy on you with some sort of magic, or overstepping their boundaries, stepping on your toes, throwing rocks and hiding their hands, right? Working with their people. Look, 666, but whoever I'm talking to, you're being divinely guided by the angels. You are also protected. 444. So keep your vibration high. Remember I said about eating them fruits. That could be significant here. Because when Christ wore his thorns, something about the crown chakra. When Christ wore those thorns, you need to look them up. Let me see if I can look it up for you. Come on, work phone. Something about the thorns on his head. Really? Okay. It means mockery, the curse of sin, and his sacrificial kinship. According to the New Testament, Roman soldiers placed a thorny crown on Jesus' head to ridicule his claim of being the King of Jews. Cruel mockery. So this person was mocking you. This is somebody who offered you fake love, right? Mocked you, gossip, rivals. And the key is Christ consciousness here. Um, Physically hurt Jesus and laugh at his royal status, adding a fake purple robe and a reed scepter. It was one of the several physical torments used the Passion of Christ before his crucifixion. Bearing the curse. The book of Genesis, thorns grew from the ground as a curse after humanity first obeyed God. By wearing the thorns on his head, Jesus symbolically took the curse and the judgment for human sin upon himself. The different kind of king. Instead of a golden crown of worldly power, Jesus wore a crown of suffering. It shows that his kingdom is built on deep sacrificial love rather than force. So, cruel, mockery, the curse of sin. That's what the crown of thorns are all about. So, somebody could be very religious here. Somebody could be very, very religious. And they have the rose colored glasses on, and they are like, they don't want to see something from a different perspective about this situation for some of you. Yeah, like I said, this is a gossip, a rival, like just like Jesus had, right? And then we have 666, because this could be somebody who is demonic, who is mocking Jesus. All right, thorns, hardship, and house for the present moment for the element of earth. But that's okay, because look, earth signs, all them stones that they threw, all the mockery, all the everything that they did against you, you took those stones, you wore them proudly, and you built yourself up to something, achieving a particular goal when it comes to trusting your intuition. Because you've been through that dark night of the soul. That's why I seen the energy. You've been through the dark night of the soul. You address those ghosts. Yeah, you are what you listen to. So yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. So this could be something about music, has something to do with music. Journey in the dark. What did I say? You've been in that dark night of the soul, and while you were in that dark night of the soul, you were being protected, I feel, by Jesus, by Archangel Michael, by the higher realms, source, God, whatever you want to call it. See, something about the flame. Yeah, the key is to not open up the door to this person, because they're going to play on your weaknesses. So don't listen to what they have to say. You are free. All right. So, present situation, mockery, who are what you listen to, and then the fourth house, or the fourth when it comes to the house. Home is where the heart is. All right. Yeah. So you made some sort of a decision here for earth signs. You could be detoxing some of a demon. We have the 15 here. I could be talking to a Capricorn who is detoxing, learning to trust their higher self messages, learning to trust their intuition, because you know what's best for you. Regardless of what people have to say about you, you know what's best for you. You're very aware that you have a higher communication. You have a still small voice that is telling you. And you had somebody who was evil or demonic who was mocking you. Somebody could have been trying to be a know-it-all. Somebody could have been trying to manipulate your free will, making you carry a burden that you were not meant to carry. Yeah, Five of Raphael. So the Five of Raphael talks about somebody like mourning, or somebody who is in this emotion of regret. See all the boxes open, right? Somebody could be very gifted. See, that teal color reminds me of the higher heart. So what you need to do, what you did was you embraced the opportunity. Every stone, right? You embraced the opportunity. You seen something from a different perspective. You knew what this person was trying to do. You trusted your gut. You knew that they were overstepping their boundaries. You seen it. You seen it in your dreams. Your higher self gave you the accurate guidance of what you needed to know. This is somebody, I'm telling you, what did I say about the followers? This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is somebody who follows the collective. This is somebody who does not have a mind of their own. And they took advantage of your weaknesses. They took advantage of you to improve their personal plans. Yeah, the Chariot. Here you are, moving on. You are moving on. You are no longer in this pain and suffering no more, because the angels come in and lifted you up out. You asked for some accurate guidance. You realize that you have everything you need within you. You don't need outside approval from somebody else's family. Somebody could not be feeling well. Somebody could have, tried to steal your power by messing with your health. This is somebody who felt that you were weak-minded. They really didn't know the strength of your, they didn't realize your own personal strength. This person thought you were weak-minded. They thought what they did was they played on your weaknesses. This is somebody who is very manipulative. Emotionally manipulative. Alrighty, so hidden influences for the element of earth. Yeah. So 1020 could be significant, which is Libra energy. But we have the Jack of Pentacles, which will be strong Virgo energy. But the Jack of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. So you're definitely being watched over by somebody. Absolutely. If you're talking about, the Eight of Swords, somebody is trying to keep you trapped in your head. We have a 3 energy here. 3 and an 8 is 11. So you're mastering something. I feel like there's a hidden agenda with this person from the past wanting to come in. They may want to invite you out somewhere. Just be aware that you need to keep yourself centered and stay at peace is what I feel. And I feel like you definitely have somebody watching over you from the other side. Yeah, look, a ring. A female. Somebody's getting her ass whooped. Saturn is whooping somebody's ass. For some of you, you may be getting a ring. This person may want to take you out somewhere and give you a ring. For somebody here, because the divine's done whooping their butt for what they did in the past. This could also be somebody that you were in a relationship with. They could have been unfaithful to you. See, master number 11. Have been unfaithful to you. So this is talking about hidden influences. So hidden influences. So the scythe talks about cutting things out. Cutting things out of your life. Cutting the ego out. Somebody could be going through an ego death. Somebody is definitely cutting something out of their life when it comes to feeling trapped in a situation here. Trapped in some sort of an illusion with the moon. Not seeing something clearly because they're over emotional. Allowing the ego to rule, like keep them in tunnel vision. Okay? So I feel like you detox something, you're shedding something, and that you've been through the hardships, you've been through the lessons, you've carried the burdens. So hidden influences, the scythe in the park. I'm telling you. Hidden influences is that they're all rivals. Wherever you're going, wherever you're getting invited to, these are your rivals, and they're ganging up for some reason. And I feel like it's because of your belief system. Yeah, somebody wants to reconcile. Definitely somebody who wants to take advantage of you. Somebody who lives in a fantasy world. Somebody could have did elemental magic on you. This is somebody who could be very depressed now or playing on your weaknesses. Maybe saying you have a mental illness. They may have to put respect on your name. I'm telling you, the gossip, hidden influences, these are your rivals. These are the ones who are mocking you. These are the ones who are coming in. Oh, earth sign. Here, let's go out and do something, right? Mm-hmm. But the whole time there was a plan. And their plan was to step on your toes, to overstep their boundaries, to possibly even humiliate you, right? With the crown of thorns, Jesus got humiliated. He got mocked. All right. So give me another card for hidden influences, please and thank you. Yeah, journey in the dark. So don't go anywhere. Don't go in the dark. Don't go anywhere in the dark at night with anybody. Because I got a really bad feeling this person could be coming to your house at night. Yeah, you're protected. So don't open the door. You're protected. And they can't find a way into your life. They can't find a way into your house. Okay? So, the scythe, the park, journey in the dark, and the flocks. When it comes to, what I say about the flock of sheep, follower. The hidden influences, please and thank you. The Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups in reverse is somebody wants, they could say that they're on a spiritual journey. They could say that, but I feel like it's a lie. The Eight of Cups in reverse talks about someone who doesn't want to move on. They don't want to let something go. This is something toxic. This is somebody who does not want to go into their shadow side in a dread of an emotion. This is somebody who just refuses to walk away. They refuse to do what is right. This is somebody who is refusing to do the right thing. This hidden enemy. This is somebody who is refusing to go into their shadow side. Instead of addressing the side, they would rather stay in that dark place. This is somebody who may carry some sort of an attachment. So you could be detoxing something. You could be going back to this hidden enemy. Yeah, this is somebody from your past that has some sort of an addiction, drugs, alcohol, third-party situations. There's under karmic judgment. They're casting it. This is the mockery, trying to keep you in a scarcity mindset. They don't want to let something go. They took it too far. They took it to an extreme, but you listen to your heart. Alrighty, obstacles. What's the obstacle this week? So be aware of hidden enemies. Yeah, look, there's the hidden enemy inside your house. Spying, lying, gossiping. They think they have some sort of a cunning plan here. Somebody could be a Virgo, 9/14. Somebody could be a Virgo. See the chicken? Look, the chicken. So this person that's creating the obstacles thinks they're slick. They think they're cunning. They could be sitting outside your house watching you, right? Looking back. Somebody is looking back at something, looking back at this devil card, this decision. Somebody definitely could be watching you, listening to you. Yeah, this is somebody that you had a relationship with that's getting their ass whooped. Somebody who's sneaking, lying, sneaking around your house, being sneaky, being shady. You know, maybe they wrote a letter, they're going to receive a letter, something about a written letter, right? A kid, somebody you have kids with. Look, there's the male individual. So we have the male and the female who are both in positive energy, which is really, really good. So this obstacle with this fox who thinks they're cunning, somebody who likes to play on your wounds, somebody who, you know, and I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you are not listening to their crap. You are just not going to take it. All right, so obstacles with the fox here. Yeah, 888. New opportunities and abundance are coming your way through the 8-8 Lions Gate, which will be next weekend to the solar eclipse. This is beautiful. So this fox thought they were cunning, and that's why they're looking back to the past, and they're like, how did this person do this? We threw everything at them, and they still stayed on that line. They still stayed balanced. You got this person scratching their head like, how did they do that? Yeah, because you're unique. You're one of a kind. Yeah, so contract, a promise, a commitment. So you could have had a dream about this situation in your, like I said, you could have had a dream about this person. Yeah. So you may be going through some sort of a test this week. You may be tested between two people. If you're going to take this person back, a ghost in the past, and let them stay, or if you're going to kick them out, kick them to the curb, and say, you know what, I don't want the past. I want something better. Alrighty, so the fox, when it comes to obstacles and opportunity, for the element of earth. Yeah, look, feminine. Look, see the crow? Oh. See how she's holding that crow on her shoulder? That crow's looking back, like the crow's got somebody's back here. That's why they're warning you. The crow has got somebody's back. See, the crow's watching, right? And the thing about crows is, if you're cruel, they remember your face. These crows are very intelligent birds. Very intelligent. And I feel like this is like your spirit team watching over you. They got your back. See how she's looking down at her phone? I feel like this is a rival looking down at her phone, watching you, watching everything you do, perhaps stalking your social media for some of you. Look, smile, be happy, because you're different. You are a unicorn. You are one of a kind. You are very special. You were made the way you were made, right? Yeah, you're seeing this person in your dreams. You know something's manifesting, right? You completed this cycle of shadow work, going into that dark night of the soul. The illusion is broken. And this person could be very, very moody. They could be coming in, oh, we were just having fun. Or come in and saying, our son, we want you to come with us. We want to go have fun. Right? This is a new opportunity. Be aware of that, is what I have to say. Because remember, this is clarifying the obstacles position. They could be poking fun, not wanting to have fun. Mocking you. Remember that. The thorn of this week. Wearing a crown of thorns, of mockery, persecution. All right, obstacles. Look, Eight of Swords. I'm telling you, Eight of Swords again. The obstacle is you are free. You're free. Right? But you got the crow who is one back. I feel like this crow is Archangel Michael. You may not see something clearly, but Archangel Michael's seen it all. And he's coming in and unlocking that gate and freeing you from the mental conflict because of a choice that you made to detox something. 8 is significant. 8, 8, 8, 8. You can't make this stuff up. Yeah, somebody is very greedy. They work with other people, right? They could have did something online. I'm telling you, social media is coming through really strong here. Did something, teamed up with other people. This person's very greedy, very self-centered, very arrogant. This is a clout chaser. This is somebody who wants you to, you know, this is talking about the tower moment. Saturn coming in, bringing a major change in your life. Being this clout chaser who was stalking your social media because they're about to get karma. They think something is unfair. They're wearing them rose-colored glasses. Look, the Queen of Gabriel working together. The Queen of Gabriel and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Fire or the Queen of Warmth and the Queen of Pentacles working together, collaborating together. Because to get revenge, because they think that something is unfair. But this is somebody who's wearing those colored glasses, and Big Daddy Saturn is ripping it right the hell off and revealing something to them. So remember, Chiron on 8-3 could be very significant. And look, this is because you stay determined to move forward. With every rock that these two biatches threw at you, you collected them, raised up enough to do some sort of a goal here. And they're mad about it. They're mad about it. So they created mental obstacles. Stalking your social media. Something about social media is very significant here. Something could be happening 2 days after the solar eclipse. You could be finding this out, which won't be until next week. Yeah. Alrighty. So, outside influences. Yeah. Look, obstacle being removed. Or they could be, this could be a block that they are experiencing. Because this is outside influences. The 8 of Wands in reverse. Some sort of an obstacle is being removed is what I feel. And there could be some sort of a wish being granted. And look, there's the key come through again. Unlocking that cage. Setting yourself free. Outside influences. What's this obstacle or this mountain in reverse for? Look, if you look on this card, there's a deer down there. So you really need to be gentle with yourself. I feel like you need to be gentle with yourself and block somebody on your phone or social media. You need to block somebody. Yeah, because they're testing your patience. Yep, this is somebody who's jealous. And they're trying to trigger you. So you may need to block somebody on your social media. We got temptation. Yeah, this is somebody who's thrown a rock in your hands. See the eye? Could be giving you the evil eye. This is somebody who's very angry, very jealous, very envious. That information. That they were sitting at your table gathering up information. Look, a key. There's 3 keys here. The key is trust your heart. Yeah, this is a witch who has been doing magic on you. Using their psychic abilities. Somebody who's very envious, very jealous. Green-eyed monster is what's coming through. Green-eyed monster. Okay, obstacle in reverse. I feel like this is yeah, because you're different. You're unique. And you're happy. And they don't like it. You turned that upside frown upside down and you are smiling. And they don't like it. So they want to bring some sort of an offer your way. They're saying, I want to do what's right, but it's a lie. They're just coming in to step on your toes. This is somebody you could have ghosted, left in the past because you trusted your intuition about this person doing magic. You need to understand you're not lost. You're right where you need to be. Somebody is heavily nostalgic here. And somebody needs to do some self-reflection. Yeah. All right. So, outside influences. Yeah, Ace of Ariel. They're trying to block your resources. They're very jealous. It's like they want you to have a period of bad luck. They want to turn that smile into a frown. They want to turn it upside down. And this is what they're doing. They're gossiping, they're rivaling, going behind your back, persecuting you and judging you, and you know, all of that Jesus said in the crown of thorns. This very well could be somebody who's religious. Yeah, look, two people talk about a partnership. It could be an ex waiting for the right opportunity. Waiting for the right opportunity to bring some sort of a message in, but I feel like they're blocked, right? They're blocked. So this person is spying, lying, gossiping. This person could have literally forged your signature, did something with sort of a contract here. Yeah, sneaking around behind your back. This is getting exposed. Look, your group, your friendship circle. And they're like, oh, this is hopeless, right? All hope is lost now. This is a friendship. So this is a hidden enemy, your social group, who are sneaking around. These people were not your friends. They were rivals. But here you are. You moved on and you let things go and you found peace. Yeah, you're moving. Absolutely moving on. Absolutely. The Wheel of Fortune here. You moved on. So Spirit's coming in, taking you in a different direction. And something's going to happen very quickly here. Maybe a move very quickly, a celebration. Yeah, because the cycle is complete. A cycle is complete. And this person is mad because they couldn't influence you. They couldn't influence your luck, because the Wheel of Fortune talks about good luck. They're mad because they couldn't influence your luck. You stayed positive. You stayed happy. You changed your circumstances by taking those rocks and building up yourself, not allowing them to throw you off. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This talks about the best course of action to take this week, Earth signs. Yep. Best course of action to take is definitely to trust your intuition. I don't know why I'm hearing sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. What you say and what you do goes off of me and sticks to you. So maybe you need to say that. Another 8 coming through. So the best course of action is to trust your intuition. Pick up those stones, pick up those sticks, and don't allow them to hinder you. Because listen, the sun is shining very bright on your nest, on your home space. Yep, something you wish for is being granted. You're free from some sort of a trap that these people tried to set you in. Best course of action to take with the storks. Your rebirth is here. Your rebirth is here. Yep, luck is on your side. What did I say? They are not, they're envious, they're jealous because they couldn't hinder your bad luck. They couldn't create obstacles with Jupiter. Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer rules the 4th house. They did everything that they could to test your patience. I'm telling you. Fertility, sex and spring, fate, destiny, and free will. And then look at this, the crow. Right? So your rebirth is here. Right? You could be seeing rabbits. You could be seeing spiders. You could be seeing crows. Right? And this other person could be in this lack mentality. That's possibly what they wanted you to do, to punish you. They felt like you needed to be punished because they were very envious and very resentful of you putting an ending to, like, blocking them, putting an ending to some sort of a relationship. You had faith, right? You had faith. You had faith in your heart. And you knew you were protected. You stood in your power of confidence. You remained happy, right? So yeah, that's beautiful. So your rebirth is here with a rabbit. You know, and it's like this person could have been trying to manipulate your free will, trying to shut you up. Remember, you are what you listen to, right? Wasn't that the message? Look how she's pointing up to her ears. They were manipulating, they were trying to manipulate your mind. They were trying to manipulate your free will. Right? They were, and it's like everything that they did not work. Nothing. It didn't work. Okay, so the stork, ladybug, and luck. You're leveling up. Absolutely. You're leveling up. That's all there needs to say. That's the best course of action. Trust your intuition. Luck is on your side. You're leveling up. Yeah. You're going through a purification, a healing, right? You're going through a healing phase where you are being asked to journal. Wasn't that one of the messages with retrograde? Journal. It'll help you to heal. And then take whatever you write down on that paper and burn it. Burn it in fire because it'll help to release and purify something. Something that needs to be let go of. Especially during that eclipse time will be the perfect time to do that. Okay? So a tarot card for, yeah, I'm telling you, take that leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Do what makes you happy. And I feel like you're starting to believe yourself. You're listening to your intuition. The 0 degrees in Taurus with Chiron is very significant earth signs, which makes perfect sense because Taurus is an earth sign, right? So don't listen to these people's lies, gossip, and slander. Who cares what they think? Who cares what they say, right? Let them do what they got. Let them do them, you do you. Right? This person could have, like I said, tried to manipulate your free will. All right. The outcome for this week, you have a decision to make. You have a decision to make. Which path are you going to walk in? Master number 22. Or in the master number 33. 55 could be significant. 444 is absolutely significant. Yep, you're free. You mastered the work. You put the work in. You've been through that dark night of the soul. You delve deep, deep, deep into them emotions. You faced it, and now your light is shining. Your messages are coming across loud and clear. You cleaned up your mess. You changed. Okay. So the outcome, you got a choice to make with the Queen of Coins. Yeah. You got a choice to make. The root chakra that talks about having the passion of Christ. Remember the thorn of crowns. Having the passion to feel secure within thyself, to feel comfortable in your skin. Red is the root chakra, earth. Having the courage and the strength to go after what you want, to make sure that you're healthy, make sure that you're comfortable with who you are. Wasn't that the Chiron message? The relationship with self-worth, the comfort, physical comfort, the material security, examining your personal values, healing your physical health, feeling comfortable and safe in your own skin. The outcome is you need to make the choice to be comfortable with yourself. Let go of the anger, release it, let it go, because it's not going to serve you. It's just going to continue to hinder you, right? Look, long way home. See how he's throwing down that umbrella? This is talking about that portal, the full moon in Aquarius to the full moon in Pisces, lunar eclipse portal. You're going to have to take some sort of a here. Yes, it's been a long, long journey. It absolutely has been. But you've made a lot of progress. See all the steps you've taken to get where you're at? On the web, Taurus. So throw away the anger. It doesn't serve you no more. You need to make that choice. So the outcome for the element of earth. Yeah. Go have fun. Right? Go have fun. Or somebody could be mad because you are having fun, because you are happy. They could be angry because maybe you decided you trusted your intuition and said, nah, I don't want to go. I'm going to wait for something better to come along. Yeah, every day is a fresh start. Somebody is very talented here. You believe that anything is possible. All right, so outcome with the choice. Red, girls just want to have fun. Yeah, look, they were poking funny. They were laughing at you. These two females, or however many, this group together, were making fun of you. They thought it was funny to cause you a lot of pain and suffering. Look, this card's sticking up out. This group of people thought it was funny. They thought it was funny to come up against you. They thought it was funny to play mind games with you. They also thought it was a brilliant idea to stalk your house. This is somebody who likes drama. This is somebody who creates drama and then they suck it in like drinking a pot of coffee in the mornings. Right? This is somebody who was throwing the rocks, hiding the hands. This is somebody who, this Queen of Michael in reverse, that was funny you with the group of people, the gossip, the rivals. They thought it was funny to persecute you. They thought it was funny to throw the rocks. They were laughing at you. That the Five of Michael talks about a group of a community of people who was pointing fingers, poking the bear, so to speak. So the outcome is let it go, because it doesn't serve you no more. This person doesn't serve you no more. Let it go. Make that choice to stand in your power. And release this person. Keep them on block. Keep them on block because they just want to come in and put a roadblock in your money again. Alrighty, let's go on into yeah, look, I'm telling you. See the Queen of Pentacles and then the Queen of Michael, the Queen of Swords. Two people. Three people. Yep. Studying and learning. This is somebody who studied you. Somebody who's been watching you online, studying what you're working on. Somebody who could have accessed your Akashic records. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light and I'll remember that love has no boundaries. Express your creativity. Step back from drama and be thankful. All right. This person studied you. They studied your weaknesses. And then they possibly dream walked into your dreams to gain something from you. Tiger's eye. You can benefit from tiger's eye. Courage. I am courageous and this energy supports me throughout my life. And that's what the root chakra talks about. Having the courage to support it. So tiger's eye is very important. If you want to know what a tiger's eye looks like, I'm going to grab it if I can. This is a piece of tiger's eye. It'll protect you. Okay. Chrysoprase, nurturing. I open up and allow myself to be nurtured. Okay, so that is your reading, Earth signs. Thank you for watching and have a great